Oh, hello from Hong Kong, and I think Typhoon Usagi says hello as well. Here I have the panel that I'm going to use for this build and for any others in the future. I don't know if you can see this. This tells me my amps. This tells me my amp hours, and then up here it tells me my voltage of the battery, and this tells me my watts. So how many watts I'm using, and that's one of the important things that I want to have. How many watts are being consumed and how many watts are being returned. So I know my milliamps and amps and my voltage of the battery bank. So as you can see down here, I have a fuse holder. This has a 5 amp fuse in it currently. I'm just under 24 volts, and what this says, I'm at 25.06 volts. So perhaps I need to balance these. So I have again my switch as I had before. Here's my 0 to 1 amp, and here's 0 to 5 amps, so I can switch in between the two. And this is the primary input from the primary battery. This is the charge bank, or out to the charge battery bank. This one, which is not complete, will be for if I have a generator. This will tell me everything that's going on with the output of the generator, what that's producing. So I have the watts being consumed, watts going back to the main bank, and then the generator is going to go to an isolation block where it will charge both of them that require it, but I'll have a controller on it. So that's it. So when I build Alan's Fun Fan, which I want to do, that's it. So I can test that. Now I've tried to get this coil going and read this. Ron had said, what is the power that it's consuming? Well, when I actually get it using the large magnets, I'm using about 120 milliamps to go, I don't know, like 30 RPMs. But very, very choppy, because the trigger coil that's on the outside is just not sensing it, and it's not doing its job. So I need to just scrap this one. This is a shot. But it's Sunday. I'm unable to get any more of this plastic until tomorrow, and because I just have them cut. They're small scrap pieces, and they're pennies to have them cut them down to this size. So, but I just kind of wanted to show this meter board in action. So I have this old coil that's hooked up. Again, this coil was not made for that circuit, but it does work. So I don't know if there's enough light here, and you can see it's right now consuming 100 and 90, 101. So right now I'm on the amp side, 0 to 5 amp. On the charge side, I'm still over on the milliamps. So I've got 3.2 watts being consumed, and 1.7, 2.0, 2. So between 1.7 and 2 watts is going back in, but I'm consuming almost up to 4 with this coil. So I've got my watts, and these are all calibrated, so I know these are gospel, but these are also reference that I can go between the two. So I'm not just counting on one. I've got the analog, plus I have the digital. So as you can see, I've got a very good distance between that, and I can get it closer. My watts being consumed goes down. I'm at full. I haven't tuned anything. So, but again, the circuit just has the 1 watt, 100 ohm resistor in it. Nothing's tuned. So, but I just wanted to show this working. So I don't know, maybe if you go at an angle, that's 4.2, and there's my watts, there's my volts. So, and I need to charge up these batteries because I just picked up these batteries yesterday, and in the morning they were dry. You buy them dry here, and then they put in the sulfuric acid, and then they just equalize, and they equalize to just under 26 volts. But I want to charge it back up, equalize all the cells, and get them so I'm at a float of 27 volts, and we'll go from there. But that is my system. Okay, so let's go back over to the smaller one. Okay, so now I'm back onto this, and it's fairly close, but I'll try to calibrate them using that, so get these so they're balanced. But that's my system. That's the control board. You know what my coil jig looks like. This was made on it, but again, having the trigger over the top of the run does not work. So there's nothing that I can go and put up for the 2013 pulse motor build-off. I have nothing other than some cool stuff that does absolutely nothing. Alright, that's it. That's all from Alan in Hong Kong, and when Usagi comes knocking, I'll tell him y'all said hey. Bye-bye.